And though wits will collide so much that mythology that emerged from this cult will not lose its influence for almost half a century. It will survive by inspiring many stories. Thanks to its imitations, it will live for many years.
Come into the center of the ring, looking at each other. Rocky just looking. Creed, the champion, sipping, flying those jabs out there.
The first Rocky movie met with the audience in 1976. The movie, directed by John G. Avildsen, became a popular movie legend that managed to take Stallone to the League of Giants in a short time. Rocky, which has a very low budget like $1.1 million. In the box office, it has managed to reach a major figure from around $225 million.
When the 15th round, you're coming out.
Rocky!
Thus, the foundations of series that will mark the history of cinema were laid. The 80s almost hosted the ritual of watching Rocky movies in some periods. Watching not only Rocky Balboa's successful overcomes but also his enemies with different motivations was a great joy for the audience. Carl Weathers as Apollo Creed, Mr. T as Clubber Lang, Hulk Hogan as Thunderlips and Dolph Lundgren as Ivan Drago.
I must break you.
After the fifth movie of the series, we started to see Rocky Balboa as a retired boxing legend and also a mentor. Finally, Rocky's journey under his own name came to an official end with the movie named Rocky Balboa. Well, was it the end? Seriously? Come on, who believes this? Of course, this end was actually a harbinger of a new beginning. Along with Apollo Creed's son Adonis Johnson, the series continues with another main character, under the name of Creed. Another story of revenge, blood, sweat and tears, again and again. It's true that Rocky coincided with the beginning of the new era in the world cinematic arena. The movie also met with great enthusiasm in Turkey and has also really get a good box office income. Look, I have already said the keywords. A Hollywood production that got a good box office number. Adequate conditions for the birth of new Turksploitation sample. Well, once again, greetings to Jet director Çetin İnanç, one of the first names that come to mind when we talk about Turksploitation. Serdar Kebapcılar, which we watch in the lead role of the Turkish Rambo movie, once again take on the character of Stallone. But interestingly, it was not very quick to create Turkish Rocky. Yeah, almost same year Rocky 4. After being discovered by Çetin İnanç, bodybuilding champion Serdar Kebapcılar, who is famous in the international arena, he was deemed suitable for Turkish Rambo, Turkish Rocky and Turkish Commando adaptations. These three movies met with the audience almost in the same year, thanks to our Jet director Çetin İnanç's ability to produce fast movies, of course. By the way, Kara Şimşek means black lightning. The term is a term used very often in Turkey, so much so that the Knight Rider series was also called by the same name. Of course, green lanterns, which are known for their abundant gas release, also called black lightning in slang. Well, however, the movie basically tells an extremely classic tale of revenge. In fact, we can say that this revenge template is preserved in Rocky 4 and Brave New Creed series. In addition, the emergence process of the movie period offers an important panorama in terms of Turkey to us. In particular, as options such as video movies will begin to dominate the cinema culture. In the country's cinema culture, which has started to decay with some arabesque singer movies and softcore sex movies, well, such tries are always considered valuable. In addition, the 1980s military cop has brought almost the finished point of every branch of art in Turkey. Turkish Rocky is a little more than just an imitation of original Rocky movies in this respect. The movie in which we can explain all the technical impossibilities again and only with the eagerness to produce some movies, it also includes deep themes such as labor migration and the difficulty of expatriate of the alienation. Kara Şimşek, also in the boxing theme, personal success story bears the distinction of being the first in Turkey. Also, unlike many directors that choose Istanbul as background for their movies, it was shot in Izmir. Although Turkish Rocky was dominated by nationalist tonnage sometimes. As a sports movie, Turkish Rocky was not bad at handling many low bash, taking its place in Turkey cinema history. It's like the perfect dance of classical narrative with Turkish melodrama that will settle more in Hollywood. Of course, it will not be very meaningful to finish the video without remembering the Turkish-style training scenes. I guess I don't need to ask where you know from. Well, what kind of punch will come from now on, my dear friends? Uppercut, crochet, or hook? Let's wait and see. Farewell, knockout guys. Take care of yourselves.